Hello everybody, my name is Rex the dog and this is my YouTube channel. I usually stream every day at about 3 p.m. Central European time, or that's like 7 a.m. PST if you're in that time zone over in the States, and you can kind of work out whatever is applicable for you. But yeah, I generally stream every day, whether it's here or dual streaming on Twitch, playing games, drawing, hanging out in fursuit, yada yada. Now when I don't stream, I like to post a video instead, so I like to put something on this channel every single day to the best of my abilities. And one of my bread and butter videos that I do very consistently is my laundry vlogs. So welcome to a Rex the dog laundry vlog, where I put out my laundry to dry, and while I am in the process of doing that, I just kind of ramble out loud. This kind of works as a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a therapy for me, but it definitely works as a way of me coming to conclusions and just having some time and space away from the screens, away from, everything that kind of goes on in our modern lives, and just allows me to kind of have essentially shower thoughts, think out loud, come to some conclusions maybe, or, get a sense of direction of things I might want to sort of think about or focus on, and give you guys a little bit of an update about my life, about what I'm thinking at the moment, what I'm feeling. That might just be stuff that's going on in my life, or might pertain to the larger Rex the Dog multimedia universe of YouTube channel, Twitch, Discord, Telegram, Twitter. Links are all in the description as per usual. Okay, so how am I feeling here today? I'm feeling good. I am fresh off a trip that I had where I went to go stay in the mountains in a little cabin for 4 days. I had an absolutely wonderful time. So I live in a capital city. I'm a British dog, but I live in the capital of Spain, Madrid. And, when I do go traveling, I do end up often just going to other cities. And I like the city life. I've elected for the city life. I am here out of choice. I'm not here out of obligation. I'm very much here because I've decided to be here. And yeah. And so going out to the mountains for a little bit, for an extended period of time, disconnecting as much as I love my life here, and I love connecting with you guys here, and the socialing and the conversation and playing games and all that sort of jazz together. It was very refreshing to go somewhere else. The people there were really, really hospitable. The people there were really, really nice to us, which was great. I do think that helps a little bit when you speak the language. You feel a little bit about less like an ignorant tourist. More on that in a second. But really, really nice time. I ate a lot of good food. When I was there. Relaxed a bit. The weather was not, the weather you would expect from sunny Spain in April during Semana Santa, during Holy Week. But hey-o, the rain wasn't that bad, and we could just kind of hide away in the cabin and all that sort of thing. So, dude, I had a really, really nice time hanging out just in a little cabin, playing cards, surrounded by loads of animals where we were. There's maybe like 5 cats. There was a giant-ass Saint Bernard dog who was like this freaking big and should be paying rent. There was a bunch of chickens. It was a nice time. It was a real nice time. I had a lot of nice meats to eat. A few bottles of wine. It was all good. And now I'm back in action, and sometimes when I travel, I'm not always the best I'm great at my routine, but my readaptation to the routine is sometimes, it's not as quick as I like it to be. I like kind of the instantaneous getting back into the routine. And I've got to say, the last few trips I've been on, getting back into routine's just been a bit of a chore. Just getting the house reorganized, getting back to the gym each morning, yada, yada, yada. I just feel like I'm on a bit of a back foot. I don't know what was up this time, but I felt when I got back, I just folded back into my regular routine immediately. Just super organized, back in the gym, back exercising, back, doing everything on top of everything at home, professionally, personally. Felt really, really good. And honestly, this week, at time of recording, This is a Wednesday evening. When this will go up, I'm not quite sure. But this is a Wednesday evening, and dude, I've already got like nearly all of my important things for the week already done after just a couple of days of returning after the weekend in the mountains. Now, speaking of that actually being Holy Week when I was up there, it was obviously Spain being a Catholic country. Holy Week, Semana Santa, as it's called over here, is incredibly important, and it was really cool to see like the processions and all that sort of stuff, and you know the celebrations that they have. Had a really interesting conversation with just like a guy who approached us on the street, and he was talking about his readings of the Bible and all that sort of stuff. And dude, I just like love connecting with people and hearing about their cultures and stuff like that. It's really really meaningful and important to me. So, I enjoyed that quite a lot. It was really cool to see that. Obviously, I've been living in Spain now only 6 years now, so I've seen this cycle through a few times. But to see it in a different environment, like up in a town, up in a pueblo, somewhere outside the city, was really cool. Really cool. Now, this is not actually a conclusion that I made before the trip, but I think it's actually been reaffirmed after the trip. I've been talking about recently how, I'm looking for these like new things to kind of focus on and something like that. I've mentioned, months ago at the start of the year, I wanted to do like Spanish proficiency exams for speaking Spanish. But this past week, I know it's only been a few days since I've come back and whatever, but I've really refocused on my Spanish studies, on the language and stuff like that, and really like carving apart my day and making chunks such as like, hey, you're practicing here, you're doing this here, you're learning here, and all that sort of thing. And I'm finding it really exciting. And, kind of reflecting back on my my last video, which I think I called redefining the default or something like that. I wanted my default mode to not be like I start flicking on my phone or start looking through YouTube or start like whatever, unless I was going there for like a purpose, right? Or to like, follow something that I really enjoy following. I don't be like mindlessly that. If you're mindlessly on this video, please leave, because I don't want to waste your time. Okay, I want you to stay here if this is something that you're finding valuable, okay, in some sort of way, and it's not escaping other work. But yeah, I want to make sure that when I'm clicking on a video, which hopefully when you've clicked on this right now, is because you're interested in what I'm saying and you're getting some sort of entertainment or value or whatever the hell out of it. Because I do too much on YouTube or other websites where I'm just kind of mindlessly there. So what's actually worked for me is like the past few days, so I'm on my phone and I go to YouTube or I go to something or whatever, or I open up a comic book that I don't really care about and I'm just reading it for the hell of it. I've been thinking to myself, like, is this what I want to get better at? Is this what I want to get better at? It's like, do I just want to know more about Nightwing and read this random Nightwing book? Or is there something I want to get better at? Yeah? And that might be something like, oh, dude, I want to play more Street Fighter because I want to get better at Street Fighter. I want to be this because I want to, whatever. I'm not saying everything has to be like this hyper-focused, grind set, like, self-improvement, drive, hustle, whatever. I think that's toxic AF. But, the past few days I'm on my phone where I was like, okay, and I'm going to put music, I'm going to put podcast, or I don't know. I'm like, what do I want to get better at? I want to get better at Spanish, okay? So I'm not going to listen to that podcast now about pro wrestling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the Pimsleur Spanish course and I'm going to start practicing some stuff there. So it's just like that little moment of reflection is really, really helping me. And I've had these moments before, like when I first arrived in Spain and I like really hyper focused in and then I made these huge, massive rookie gains really, really quickly. I've plateaued, I've done that again, I've plateaued, I've done that again. I think the plateau I've been in right now has been really, really long, and I want to just like boom, 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 boom. I want to get out of it. I think I'm going to take a lot of joy getting out of it, because then I can, connect more with the culture around me and some of the people I love and things like that. And I can also gamify it by going for, as I've mentioned in the past, go for some of these examinations for Spanish fluency and stuff like that. Así que si alguien quiere hablar español conmigo, like, estoy aquí estoy. Entiendo que este es un canal en inglés, así que no sé si quiero hacer mis directos o cosas así en español, pero bueno. So I'm here, okay? I'm here, and then, you know, maybe Discord, somebody wants to do that with me. I don't freaking know, but yeah, I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling good about that. I thought I was gonna come back with, I don't know, something like a bit more tangible. I don't know. It's something where it's like it's hard to. You know, if I start working on something physical, it's like, oh, I can see the change to my body. Boom, we've got the success. If I work on something professional, it's like, boom, I can see the rewards from that. Yeah, whatever. You know, if I'm like, oh, I want to finish these books, I read the books, whatever. Boom, it's there, it's done. The getting better at languages, I don't really have those kind of like boom, 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 instantaneous kind of like dopamine hit rewards. Like, look at it, I can see the words piling up, but I think I'm getting mature enough to kind of look past that, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to invest in something here more that's going to, you know, culturally, socially, whatever, expand me and build a bigger connection with where I live and all that sort of thing. So that's where we're at right now. I'm really excited about it. I feel I've integrated a few things into the routine in the past few days. I'm sure I can continue with those because I know I'm good at setting a routine and continuing with it. I've got evidence that I've done that before. You know, like when you sort of like set goals for yourself and set targets for yourself and you've like managed to like complete a few of them, you have the confidence that like, dude, I can do that. I know I have that in me. So I'm gonna, it's still work, right? It's still very much work, but I'm gonna work to let that stuff out of me and expand my Spanish and my connection to Spain, the place where I live, over the next however long it takes, whatever it takes. So that's where we're gonna kind of get up to. I'm really, really excited about it. As I said, you know, as I was rambling sort of Spanish there, I'm not going to turn this into a Spanish channel or something like that. Maybe I will once in a blue moon do some sort of Spanish video or something like that. But although this channel is kind of directionless and whatever, and it's whatever the hell I want it to be, I think doing something like that's kind of crazy. But yeah, come hang out with me sometime if you want. We're streaming. As I said, we stream most days. It's usually about 3 p.m. CET / 9 a.m. PST. I keep my schedule updated on twitch.tv / rexrebelhot /schedule, and you can watch that on Twitch or you can watch here on YouTube. It's all good. It's a lot of Animal Crossing at the moment. I've got into Animal Crossing. It's a vibe. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's great. I have a code for my Island. You can come, but just make sure you save when you leave, because otherwise we lose all the progress and I get frustrated. Because that wasn't fun. What else? I've got a furry convention coming up really soon, first weekend of May, called EberCon. I think that's going Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think that's a 4-day thing. I will maybe be streaming live, walking around EberCon with like other fursuiters. We'll see what happens. It'll be fun. At the very least, that I will get a bunch of footage and we'll yada yada. But I do want to try and connect with more fursuiters. I'm going to join the Telegram group for that event today, and I'm going to see if I can connect with some people and just be like, hey, I'm going to be there, and I like making goofy videos, so if anyone wants to make goofy videos with me, live or pre-recorded, then I exist, and I'm called Rex the Dog, and thank you for spending some time with me today. Oh, there we go. Thank you for spending some time with me today. As I said, there's a bunch of links in the description. If you wanna link up in any way, Telegram, Twitch, Twitter, yada yada. There's ways you can support the channel if you want to. Just hanging out, talking to me is really support. But if you want to help us get close to getting a Switch too, there's links to kind of do that. So freaking close. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And yeah, lots of love, lots of love. As always, your time, your attention, all that stuff, it makes me feel very listened to, very appreciated, and I cannot thank you enough. Mwah. Until next time I have laundry, or until whatever, peace out. Yeah? See ya. Bye, bye, bye.